Welcome here to the beautiful Veterans Field at Minnetonka High School for Lake Conference Baseball on 12 Sports as the Wayzata Trojans take on the host Skippers from Minnetonka. Both teams off to a pretty good start so far this season with Wayzata 2-1. Minnetonka, young team, but they are 4-1 so far. This is the first Lake Conference test for both of these teams here this evening, though, and they've had some pretty good matchups in baseball over the years, and looking for a good one tonight. A little breezy, but a pretty good night for a mid-April game. We were joking that they're kind of taking a chance scheduling night games in mid-April, but obviously with this all artificial turf field here at Minnetonka, the weather issue is a little bit lessened. And tonight we're looking pretty good for things so far. Here's the lineup for the Trojans as they will bat on the bottom of the first. They have Suman Song leading it off, their second baseman. Reese Smith at third base hits second. Clayton Bodine at short hits third. The designated hitter, Michael Bolke, will hit fourth. Griffin Schneider, the left fielder, hits fifth. The catcher, Jake Marsh, hitting in the sixth spot. Brendan Brody in right field hit seventh. Cody Getters at first base. And Cameron Keenan, the center fielder, will hit number 9 for Wayzata. And for Minnetonka, their defensive alignment here today, Jacob Stoller is in left field. The center fielder is Bailey Melz. Fox Liam is in right. And then around the infield, Ben Lavorsi at third base. Shortstop is Jack Kuzma. Pearson Pass is the second baseman, and Josh Falk at first. Behind the plate is Ian Cody. And the pitcher for the Skippers will be Luke Wade, a junior right-hander. We'll take a quick break, and we will come back with first pitch of tonight's game from Veterans Field.
You watch Channel 12 at home. Why not on the go? Channel 12 is online at 12.tv. Watch on your phone, on your tablet. Channel 12 is your local source wherever you go. Just log on to 12.tv. Check out our videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and even watch live events via live stream. So don't wait. Stay up to date with Channel 12 and 12.tv, your local source.
As we return here to Veterans Field, and we started to tell you a little bit about Luke Wade, the right-handed junior for Minnetonka, as he takes his warm-up tosses. Skippers have been able to get some games in. As you see already, 5 games is quite a bit by this time in the year. Wade has already started twice, and a record of 1-0. He's worked 7 1/3 innings, allowing 9 hits with 4 walks and 7 strikeouts on the season for the Skippers. He'll throw a fastball, curveball, occasionally mix in a changeup. So we talked about all turf field, including all around base paths and everything, which some like, some don't. It certainly makes the field more playable early in the season, and you have less issues that way. I guess I prefer, even if you had a turf infield, if it were feasible to have dirt areas around the bases and the plate would be ideal, I guess. But certainly you get some true hops here and everything, and you can, as we said, use this for a lot of different games. You can use it for practices. You can play football on it, and at times too it's striped for football. So obviously they get a lot of use out of it here, and just an excellent facility, especially for one right at a high school. You don't see many this good around anywhere in Minnesota, let alone right out of school. Suman Song getting set to step in and lead things off, and he's been very solid with the bat so far for the Trojans, hitting .556 in their first few games here. .636 on base averages. He's walked 5 times also, so been a tough out so far, and he starts with a strike, does Wade. We are underway here in the top of the first, 0-1 count. And that one missing high and inside with the fastball. Knocks it to the right side. That one's going to get through. They think about coming to first, but Song is on with a single to start things out for Wayzata, so he continues his hot hitting early on. His 6th base hit already this year in 10 trips.
Third baseman, number 18, Reese Smith.
Now Reese Smith will step in here for Wayzata. He is 3 for 10 in the early going, including a double. Pitch low and away. Cody making the stop there for the Skippers. Not a lot of returners on the varsity level for Minnetonka. Sounds like catching, though, is a position with some experience. Both catchers back from a year ago, but not a lot other than that. Smoke down the third base line. That's a fair ball, and it might be extra bases. Song digging for third, and he will be in at second with a double as Reese Smith. So Wayzata hitting the ball well early on here as they have runners at second and third and nobody out. Boy, he really turned on that fastball in the inner half here, and no chance. Playing off the line a little bit there was Lavorsi, and was cleanly past him and into left field. Actually, a pretty good job to run that ball down in a hurry, though, by Stolar. As I thought at first there might be a chance to think about Song coming around, but the ball cut off pretty nicely. Here's Bodine stepping in now for Wayzata. Takes ball one up high. Bodine has also been solid early on. .455 average, 5 for 11. 4 runs batted in. And a great RBI chance here. Minnetonka keeps the infield back this early in the game with nobody out. And he lifts it out to short center field. Runners tagging but bluffing because that ball not deep enough. Bailey Mel's on the catch there for Minnetonka. Outfielders have to be a little wary of the wind here tonight, but he got camped under that one and easily makes the play. So the runners stay put. Michael Bolke, the DH, will step in here for Wayzata. He is 4 out of 10 early, hitting .400. 3 singles and a double. Also one of the pitchers for Wayzata. Wade starts him with a curveball over for a strike, so Wade feeling a little bit better, getting that first out of the game here after Trojans went single and then double to start it out. Outside with that one, 1-1 count. Bolke had a cut but didn't get it, so Wade now working ahead. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Playing Bolke, shading him toward right in the outfield quite a bit. And over the outside corner with a fastball and a called third strike. So Bolke caught looking there. I think he thought it was a little off the plate, but umpire says no. And now Griffin Schneider will be the hitter. A little hard to tell from this angle, but looked like it, well, close enough anyway. Schneider is the hitter. Fastball over the outer part of the plate, strike 1. Schneider has gone 3 for 7 so far, so hitting .429. Wayzata hitting .345 as a team, so swung the bats pretty well. Not especially well in their first game against Champlain Park, but after that have come up with some solid numbers in their next 2 games, both wins. Wayzata hoping not to squander a great opportunity in this first inning, and Wade meanwhile hoping he can get 3 outs in a row and get out of trouble. Cody ranging over to snare that one here on a pitch outside. 2 balls and a strike. And a rip and a miss, and now even up at 2-2 here. So Wade maybe one pitch away from getting out of this jam. Song singled and Smith doubled to start the ball game, and it looked like it was going to be potentially a big inning for Wayzata, but now Wade trying to wiggle his way out of it here. Swing and a foul tip held on to by Cody. Back-to-back strikeouts for Wade, and he does a great job of getting out of trouble. No runs, a couple of hits, and 2 left stranded for the Trojans as they are unable to push anything across despite a good start to that top of the first. And now Minnetonka will get their first chance with the bats, and here's the lineup for Coach Paul Twenge and the Skippers. The catcher, Ian Cody, leads it off. Then it's Jacob Stoller in left field, Josh Falk at first base, Fox Liam the right fielder, Jimmy Ramsey, who is hitting for the pitcher Wade, is the DH. Then it's Ben Lavorsi at third, Kuzma the shortstop, Pearson Pass at second base, and Bailey Mells, the center fielder, hits in the 9 slot for Tonka. And here's the defense for the Trojans. Reese Smith at third, Bodine is the shortstop, Song the second baseman, Getters is at first base, Griffin Schneider, Keenan and Brody in the outfield. Jake Marsh is the catcher, and doing the pitching for Wayzata is left-hander Thomas Scoro. See his numbers so far this season: 0-1 and a 1.4 earned run average, as he has walked 2 and fanned 7. He pitched against Champlain Park, worked 5 innings, allowing 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 of them earned. So a pretty decent ball club, Champlain Park, and he pitched a solid game against them. They ended up losing 4-1, but only 2 of the runs given by Scoro. So he has had a pretty good first outing to build on, and now facing a big rival here and a good team in Minnetonka. See what he can do here on this nice but slightly breezy night. Minnetonka so far through their 5 games, not overwhelming offensive numbers, but not bad, hitting 287. That's Paul Twenge, the Skippers head coach. He's happy with the way the guys have worked so far this year. You know, definitely a lot of new guys, but they're so far they're putting the effort in, and that's all you can ask. And the results have been there too. Pitch taken up high for a ball by Cody. I was going to say the Skippers hitting at 287 coming in, but they have been able to manufacture runs quite well, as they're averaging about 7 runs per game. So had some extra base pop, which definitely helps, and they've also been able to draw some walks, and so the run total looks probably more impressive than what the batting average looks like. So definitely a team capable of scoring some runs. 2-1 count here to the catcher, Cody. Marsh holding that one for a moment. He wanted it, but no go, says the umpire. 3 balls and a strike. And that one way up high and out of the zone. Cody draws a leadoff walk here for Minnetonka. And Jacob Stoller will be the hitter now for the Skippers.
Number 7, Jacob Stoller.
Stoller's had a pretty good start. He's hitting .389 already this season. He's scored 6 runs, couple of triples, couple of runs batted in. Cody, they do not run for as the catcher, although they could. And Stoller attempting to bunt does not get it, and it's strike 1. So that kind of tells you Cody, I think, probably a guy they like on the bases, because obviously you can courtesy run for the catcher, and they will not do so. Scoro along, look over at first, and this time a full swing and a miss. So Stoller behind in the count now, 0-2. And I'm wondering if there's a possibility he missed a sign there, as Coach Twenge calls him down for a little discussion. You see the guys on both teams, as an infielder, you can play back more, it feels like, too, on this turf. You know the speed of the hop that you're going to get, and generally can afford to sit back and let the ball come to you a little bit more, I think, here on this artificial turf than you'd probably be able to on grass. So you're seeing guys able to cover some ground by playing pretty deep. 1-2 pitch here. Hit hard to third, knocked down, but no play maybe. Throw to first, not going to be in time. And Stoller will be aboard. Boy, really just fighting that ball off was Reese Smith. Gonna score it as an error up on the board. It looks like kind of a tough luck error, I guess, but a ball hit right at him. Definitely hit hard, however. So E5, runners at first and second. Josh Falk will be the hitter now for Minnetonka. Josh at 286 so far, 4 for 14. He's scored 4 runs, driven in 3. So both teams getting some base runners early on here. In fact, the first 2 hitters of the game for each team got on. Wayzata unable to finish it off and score, though, as Wade worked out of trouble. Now going to see Wayzata's pitcher Scoro trying to do the same. Fastball over for a strike there, 1-1. Liam waiting on deck for the Skippers as they try and jump on Wayzata starter Scoro early here. Runners are going, pitches high, throw to third, not in time. Got a really good break. It was actually Cody, the lead runner, who took off first. And the throw, a one hopper, of course, having to throw around a right-hand hitter and not nearly in time. So alert and aggressive base running there by Cody, especially there, the lead runner. And Stoller kind of followed his lead and takes second on the play. So now it removes the force play, obviously, and moves the guys up both in scoring position now. 2-1 count. Rip and a miss as Falk didn't get it, and even up at 2-2 now. Like Minnetonka, Wayzata electing to keep the infield back. Obviously, this early in the game, you're not that worried about cutting off a run as much as making sure you don't extend an inning. Try and get an out here. And a rip and a miss, and Falk goes down on strikes. He had a healthy cut, but didn't get it. So now 1 out. And Fox Liam will be the batter here for Minnetonka. Get another look. Scoro coming fastball, said hit it if you can, and he was unable to put it in play. So here comes Fox Liam, who's hitting .333 so far, 5 for 15. 3 of those 5 hits have been doubles as well. He's driven in 6, which is a team high total. So been a tough out, although it is lefty against lefty here, and he fouls that first pitch away on a check swing. And breaking ball over for a strike, so 0-2 here. And freezes him for strike 3, so Scoro trying very much to follow Wade's lead. As I said there, he comes back with back-to-back strikeouts with runners now at second and third. Nice big curveball there, and I don't think Liam was expecting it again. So Jimmy Ramsey, another left-hand hitter, will step in, and boy, has he been a tough out so far. He's had 7 at-bats. He's gotten 6 hits, .857 batting average. Out front of that breaking ball, though, for a strike. Ramsey not only has 6 hits, 3 of them have been doubles and a home run as well. 3 runs batted in. He has just been on fire. A little late on that one, fouls it away down the third baseline. So Scoro ahead in the count here, 0-2. See if he comes back curveball here. Nope, fastball missing away. Look at Cody, who swiped third and is hoping not to be stranded. The 1-2 pitch. Close one, but just inside, 2-2. Trying to really start that ball right at a left-hand hitter and drop it in over the plate, but that one just inside. And misses with the fastball, so now the count running full here to Jimmy Ramsey. Lavorsi waiting on deck if the inning stays alive here. And hit well out to right center field. A long run, fighting the wind and making the catch, though. Nice job out there by Keenan. I thought that off the bat that one had a chance to be down and maybe a gapper, but Keenan runs it down. Minnetonka threatens like Wayzata did, but they don't score. No runs, no hits. There was one Wayzata error and a couple left stranded. We've played an inning complete. Some action, but no runs. Wayzata nothing, Minnetonka nothing.
My new mom and I have a lot in common.
The great outside.
We both love the outdoors.
So shiny.
That's not a flower. We both love geology.
Oh, look. An igneous one.
That's not a rock. And she knows a lot about wildlife.
A labradoodle.
That's not a dog. Hanging out has been kind of fun.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
Welcome back here to Veterans Field at Minnetonka High School. I'm Jay Wilcox. Thanks for joining us for Lake Conference Baseball on 12 Sports, the conference opener for both of these teams. Wayzata and Minnetonka, and both had big threats in the first but didn't score. Jake Marsh, the catcher, leads off the top half of inning number 2 here for Wayzata. Wade starts him with a fastball over for a strike. Both pitchers have to feel pretty good about the way they worked out of trouble. I mean, obviously, you didn't like to get into the difficulty in the first place, but able to work their way out without any runs allowed, and that's the name of the game. Fouled back here by Marsh, and it's 0-2. Ramsey hit the ball pretty well for Minnetonka, but got it up in the air a little bit, and Keenan, the center fielder, tracked it down in right center to end that bottom of the first. Marsh dribbling one foul past third. He is hitting 2 for 9 so far, .222 batting average. 1 run batted in. Wade leaves that one way up high, 1-2. There is a look at Mark Elias, really the interim coach this year for the Trojans, been an assistant to Bobby DeWitt, and as obviously Wayzata fans know, probably Minnetonka too. It's Marsh caught looking at a called third strike. Bobby DeWitt taking leave of absence this year, medical issue with his young son, so we wish Bobby the best. And Mark Elias has been around the program for quite a while, and taking over interim coach this year. Here's Brendan Brody, the right fielder, stepping in, and a big hack, but he missed it. Brody's 1 for 6 in the first few games for the Trojans. 167 average. That one hit was a double. Pops this one up, and it'll be playable on the infield. Kuzma, the shortstop, waiting for it to come down, makes the catch. 2 gone, and Cody Getters will step in now for Wayzata. So unlike the first inning, which started with back-to-back base hits, this time Wade gets the first 2 hitters. And Getters stepping in. He is 1 for 6 so far, hitting 167. And knocks this one to center, and it's going to be over the head of Mills, and it'll be extra bases. He's taking third, and Getters is going to be held up there with a triple. Off the bat, it was tough to tell if Mills might be able to get to this one. He's going back, but just out of his reach, and then he goes down, and at that point you're going, uh-oh, there's a long run. The outfielders, he was coming over from right to help there, but not able to get there any faster was Liam. So Getters delivering a triple over the head of the center fielder Mills. So Cam Keenan will step in now with a chance to knock one in. 2 outs though. Takes a pitch up high for a ball. Keenan has had a pretty solid start to the year, going 4 for 9, 444 average. Breaking ball up under his chin. 2-0. Boy, and looking at that Getters ball at first, you know, I thought maybe that Mills didn't take the best angle or whatever, but in looking at it again, I don't know that he could have done much different. It was straight over his head, and I guess you could just turn and run, but you weren't going to catch it either way there. I think he thought at first he might have a possibility to try and make a leaping catch, but it was hit in an area. Sometimes those are actually harder, balls that are hit straight over your head like that. Fastball over for a strike there. So Wade worked out of trouble in the first. Gonna see if he can do so again here. And here's a little looper to center, but it's gonna hang up enough. And Mel's saying that's more like it, makes the catch. And the Trojans done in the second. No runs, 1 base hit, no Minnetonka errors, and they leave 1. We go to the bottom of the second inning. It's 0-0 here, the Trojans and the Skippers.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Welcome back here. A beautiful evening here, mid-April night. Wayzata and Minnetonka Lake Conference Baseball. We head to the bottom of the second. Ben Lavorsi, Jack Kuzma, and Pearson Pass, the 6, 7, 8 hitters stepping up for Minnetonka. Ben Lavorsi, the third baseman, is the hitter. Breaking ball from Scoro is over for a strike. Lavorsi hitting at 286. 4 for 14. 1 home run already and 4 runs batted in. A lot of left-handed sticks in the lineup here today. And there's a liner and a great catch. Wow. As Getters reaching up and snares it So Lavorsi hitting the ball very hard, but all he'll have to show for it is a line out. Boy, that's a nice play. When you're pitching and you can get that play as an out rather than a hit to right, you're feeling really good about it. And say Minnetonka obviously feels pretty good about these hitters. You know, left-hand hitters, they're saying, I don't care if they're throwing a lefty. They're good hitters. They're going to stay in there. Jack Kuzma, the batter now for Minnetonka. Dropping one down. Skoro's going to have to hurry, and he does make the play. And Kuzma is out 1-3 on the putout, trying to surprise him. Probably a little bit. Obviously, Minnetonka is used to this field where on artificial turf, this ball probably comes back to the pitcher a little bit quicker than you feel ideal if you're bunting the ball. And Skoro didn't panic, just turned, fired, made the play. Pearson pass, the second baseman stepping in for Minnetonka. Takes a strike. And lifting this one up. Playable on the infield, battling the wind definitely a little bit there, but hanging on for the catch is Suman Song. So the Skippers go quickly and quietly in the second. No runs, no hits, no one left. We played 2 full here. We're scoreless at Veterans Field.
0-0.
Looking for these? You drive buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back here to Minnetonka at Veterans Field. I'm Jay Wilcox. Thanks for watching Lake Conference Baseball here on 12 Sports as we go to the top of the third, and it'll be the top of the order for Wayzata. Song, Smith, and Bodine. As you see, Song is 1 for 1 tonight. Single to right field and got as far as third base, but that's where he stayed. He hits this one ball well out to center. Mel's going back. It's going to be over his head and out to the fence on a couple of bounces. Song digging, and he will head for third. Throw coming in, not going to be in time, and it's the second triple of the game for Wayzata as Suman Song driving that ball a long way straight away center, and you see drifting back. Minnetonka might, I'm wondering if the wind is helping a couple of these balls a little more than they're thinking there. Is a tough ball to go back on, and Song in at third rather easily with a leadoff triple. And now Reese Smith, who doubled down the third base line his first time up. So already 3 extra base hits for Wayzata. Pitch missing for ball 1. Breaking ball just outside again. Minnetonka staying all the way back, all around the infield, including at the corners. And fouled away at the plate, so 2-1. Wade's been able to work out a difficulty in the first 2 innings and presented with another big threat here. Runner at third, nobody out. Back up the middle. Song is coming home. A double clutch, and the throw is to first. So the run will score. Reese Smith gets an RBI. Just for a moment, they thought about coming home there. Another look. Song actually broke back toward third briefly. And it would have been interesting had the throw come home, but he decided to take that out at first. And fortunately, still had time to get him. Here's Bodine popping one foul down the first baseline, and nice running catch. There's a lot of foul ground, and able to haul that one in is Josh Falk. So second out recorded there. And Bolke will step up for Wayzata. Bolke took a called third strike his first time up. Lifting this one down the right field line. It's going to drift into foul ground, but again is playable and caught as Fox Liam runs it down. So a couple of foul outs in a row here, but Wayzata does come up with one run in the inning and one hit. No errors and no one left on base. We go to the bottom of the third inning. It's 1-0 Trojans here on 12 Sports.
You watch Channel 12 at home. Why not on the go? Channel 12 is online at 12.tv. Watch on your phone, on your tablet. Channel 12 is your local source wherever you go. Just log on to 12.tv. Check out our videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and even watch live events via live stream. So don't wait. Stay up to date with Channel 12 and 12.tv, your local source.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. You know, but it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, you know, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
And welcome back. The sun back out covering most of the field here this evening. And depending on where you're playing in the field, it might be quite an issue at the moment. And guys fighting the sun a little bit here. So we go to the bottom of the third. Bailey Mells, the center fielder, leading it off here for Minnetonka. And he takes a first pitch over for a strike. Mells 0 for 6 in the early going this season for the Skippers. Been pretty busy in the outfield already. A couple balls hit over his head. Wayzata's gotten into some, driven a couple deep to center. That one fouled away as a check swing. Put a new ball into play as they check that one out. I think it hit the padding back there behind the plate, so it should be all right after that foul. Pitch missing down there from Scoro, so 1-2. Top of the order coming up after Mells. Just got a piece of that one off the end of the bat to stay alive in there. Scoro hasn't allowed a hit through the first 2 innings, couple of strikeouts, 1 walk. He did get runners to second and third with a walk and an error and a double steal, but got out of it in the first and then had a 1-2-3 second. Here's the 2-2. Just outside with that one, full count. And strike 3 as he offered at that one. I think it was going to be a called strike anyway. Bailey Mells down on strikes. First out recorded here in the third, and Ian Cody will step up. He just kind of couldn't make up his mind there. It looked like a good enough pitch that it was going to be a strike either way. So Cody will step in. He drew a walk. Got as far as third base, but was left stranded there in that bottom of the first. He takes the first pitch strike. Breaking ball missing away there, so 1-1. On the first baseline, it's a fair ball. Getters boots it, and he's going to be safe. Cody will be aboard. And going to be an E3 there. Had to range over to his left a little bit. Not something that first basemen have to do all that often. That ball staying fair right along the line. But Getters, I know, feels he probably should have had that one, and it is scored an error. So Stoller will be the hitter. And he reached on an error by the third baseman, although he hit the ball very hard on one hop. First time up, fouls this one, it will get out of play. Cody, as we saw, did swipe a base the first time, but not second base. It was when he was on second, he took third, and they're going to throw over here. The element of surprise was there a little bit more too, going from second to third, and obviously you're also protected by the, have the catcher having to throw around a right-hand hitter there. Pitch missing inside. Scoro, a pretty deliberate worker, and he's going to throw to first. They've got him picked off. Here's the throw down. Tag applied and held, and Song makes the tag. A little bit of a deceptive move there, and Cody got fooled by it, and he will be picked off. 1-3-4 on the pickoff. A little bit unusual throwing from to the second baseman on that. I'm not sure if that's exactly what Wayzata wanted there. Song almost didn't get the ball in time to make that tag. Here's a pop-up long run. Getters coming over, and he will make the catch in foul territory. Again, the foul ground is quite big here, and he's able to get to it. So Skipper's done in the third. No runs, no hits. There was one error, and no one left on. We've played 3 complete. Wayzata leading Minnetonka 1-0 here on 12 Sports.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Wade completing his warm-up tosses here as we head to the top half of inning number 4, and a 1-0 Wayzata lead. Griffin Schneider, Jake Marsh, Brendan Brody getting set to step up, the 5, 6, 7 hitters for Wayzata. Schneider, as he struck out his first time up. Wayzata, I would guess to a degree, feeling like they could have more runs than they do, as they have had 4 base hits, but 3 of them have been extra bases, a couple of triples and a double already. Wade did a real nice job of getting out of that trouble in the first, and then gave up a 2-out triple in the second and got out of that. But a leadoff triple in the third eventually did cost them a run as a ground out scored him. Fastball taken down low for a ball. The thing you like though about Wade is he's been around the plate. I mean, yeah, you give up a few hits, but as long as you're not mixing in a lot of free passes or getting guys on by hitting batters or anything like that, you obviously can withstand it a little bit better. Just as I say that, though, he falls behind here and walks Griffin Schneider. So leadoff walk here to start the 4th. That's the 3rd time in 4 innings that the Trojans have had the leadoff man on, which obviously isn't a trend that Minnetonka likes all that well. Here's Jake Marsh, the catcher now. Struck out looking his first time up. Throw to first. Schneider didn't have much of a lead there, and he's easily back in. To second, and Schneider able to lunge back in safely as Marsh lining one out. Schneider read that ball well, and not really much chance to catch him as Pearson pass. Obviously, Minnetonka had things dialed in pretty well as far as positioning there, and makes the catch. So 1 out. Brendan Brody is the hitter. He popped out to the shortstop his first time up. Pitch missing away for ball 1. And it come to first again, and Schneider getting back in. Wayzata, busy week here as they playing 5 games in 5 days. As after this one, they are at Lakeville South Thursday and then host Hopkins on Friday. That one missing up high. Meanwhile, Minnetonka has been able to get in a lot of games early on. They've got at Prior Lake on Thursday, and they host Edina on Friday. Sometimes it's kind of luck of the draw. I mean, you put out a schedule earlier on, and you're not really knowing necessarily in these April dates especially whether you're going to be able to get them all in. And again, like we said earlier, with Minnetonka having this artificial turf, they can be a little more sure, I think, of getting games played. Now, obviously, if it's raining a lot on game day, that still might allow for some postponements, but not nearly as many as other teams that have to worry about their field being too wet to play. Close one there. Cody wanted it, does not get the call. So 3-1 here to Brody. Gonna fire over to first again. Schneider, I'm gonna say getting dirty, but more getting those little pebbles on him than actual dirt. And this one smacked into left field. They thought about trying to come hard and go to second there, but Schneider in at second base as Brendan Brody lines a single to left here with 1 out in the 4th. So now runners at first and second for Cody Getters. Nice piece of hitting there, just a hard 1-hop liner to left. So Wayzata has not lacked for base runners here today. Getters tripled his first time up. Fastball missing up high from Wade. Wade hasn't really pitched poorly, but obviously they've been able to make some solid contact against him. in the dirt there. Cody blocking that one. Nice curveball there over for a strike as Getters takes it. 2 balls and 1 strike now. Keenan on deck for Wayzata. Wade bluffing Schneider, diving back in. There really wasn't anybody in a position quite yet to take a throw if there was one there. And that one missing away. Wade laboring just a little bit here. He's been generally working pretty quick, and obviously with base runners on, it's a little different story, and seems to have slowed his pace a little bit here in the 4th. And that one is outside, so Getters will draw a walk, and they are loaded up now for Keenan. Second walk issued, second in this inning for Wade, and now a little conference on the mound for the Skippers. It is only 1-0, so that's the good point, but base is now loaded up, and you're starting to see Wade looking, you know, like he's struggling a little bit to hit his spots here in this 4th inning. Gonna stick with him here. So Keenan, the hitter, he flied to center field his first time up, but a great opportunity here to kind of break this one open a little bit, give him a little breathing room. Bases full, 1 out. They lead it 1-0. Of course, if you're Minnetonka, you're thinking let's turn 2 and just get right out of this. Takes a first pitch fastball up high for ball 1. Back up the middle, and it's going to get through for a base hit. 1 run is in, and they're holding the next, so 2-0. A bases loaded single to drive in a run for Cam Keenan. Just getting that ball through past short. Schneider scores. Brody held up at third as they got the ball in quick order, and I think we're going to see a pitching change here now for Minnetonka. Yep. Wade is going to be lifted here, and Wayzata hoping to add to the lead here. Is coming out of the dugout to relieve will be Shane Reeder, a senior right-hander. We'll take a break here. Wayzata leading it now 2-0. Reeder coming on to pitch for Minnetonka.
You watch Channel 12 at home. Why not on the go? Channel 12 is online at 12.tv. Watch on your phone, on your tablet. Channel 12 is your local source wherever you go. Just log on to 12.tv. Check out our videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and even watch live events via live stream. So don't wait. Stay up to date with Channel 12 and 12.tv, your local source.
There's Shane Reeder coming on, his second appearance of the season. He has pitched an inning and 2/3 so far, allowing 1 walk, 1 strikeout, and does have a 1-0 record. Chopper to third by Suman Song. They step on third for 1. Relay to first, gets away. So 1 run will score on the play for Wayzata as Brody comes in. Kind of a third baseman's dream in that situation. Gets the force play at third, but then the throw across is low, and Song able to reach on the fielder's choice. So runners at first and second now. A 3-0 lead for the Trojans, and Reese Smith is the hitter. And that's over for a strike. Looks like they are calling that a throwing error on the third baseman there, which I don't think I would have scored it that way because assuming a double play there, but so they will call that an E5, allowing Song to reach. Fastball missing up high and in there from Reeder. See, Smith smoked one down the third base line his first time up, and then hit a bouncer to short to knock in the first run of the game. And that one short hops in there, Cody able to block it. High hopper to third, and another force play made there as getting to the bag with ease is Lavorsi, so they get the out. And a couple of runs in the inning for Wayzata and a couple of base hits. One error and a couple left on base. 3-0 Trojans here as we head to the bottom of the fourth.
My new mom and I have a lot in common.
The great outside.
We both love the outdoors.
It's so shiny.
That's not a flower. We both love geology.
Oh, look. An igneous one.
That's not a rock. And she knows a lot about wildlife.
A labradoodle.
That's not a dog. Hanging out has been kind of fun.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
3-0 as we head to the bottom of the fourth. And Josh Falk will step in for the Skippers, and he takes the first pitch fastball over for a strike. He struck out his first time up. Tom Scoro has been good so far here for Wayzata. Incidentally, they did take that error away from Minnetonka in that ball that Song hit. He hit into a force play at third, and then the throw across was low, but they have removed the error there, which I think is the way I would have called it initially as well. Falk had a big cut but didn't get it. So 0-2. And lifted out to left field, left center anyway, and calling is Keenan, the center fielder, and he will make the catch. So Falk is out to start the fourth, and Fox Liam will be the hitter now for Minnetonka. Liam took a called third strike his first time to the plate tonight against Scoro. A little bit of a long inning in that top of the fourth. Scoro has been a while since he was out there, which sometimes can, get a pitcher to tighten up a little bit or to lose their rhythm, but looking good so far here in this bottom of the fourth. 1-1 pitch, and he jammed him there, fouled into the screen. And a rip and a miss, and Liam down on strikes for the second time tonight. Fourth strikeout in the game for Scoro, and Jimmy Ramsey will be the hitter.
Designated hitter, Jimmy Ramsey.
Said Ramsey had a fantastic start to the season. He did fly out tonight, but even considering that, he's still 6 for 8 this year. He was 6 of 7 as a hitter coming into the game. Obviously, this early, averages can go up and down in quite a hurry. There's a fastball taken for a strike. And came right at him, 0-2, and he fouls the fastball away. And a little dribbler back up the middle, knocked down by Scoro, throws to first, and a 1-2-3 fourth inning. Skippers, no runs, no hits, and no one left after 4 full here at Veterans Field at Minnetonka. It is 3-0, Wayzata.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Mom, can we get some ice cream? Please, Mom, please.
No, we're having dinner soon.
Please.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
We head to the top of the 5th here at Veterans Field at Minnetonka. Wayzata leading at 3-0 here in the Lake Conference opener for both teams. Reeder still on the mound for Minnetonka now. He came on in relief in that 4th inning. The book complete now on Wade. He went 3 1/3, allowing 6 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned. Walked 2, struck out 3. Bodine, Bolke, and Schneider, the 3-4-5 hitters, scheduled to step in for Wayzata here in the 5th. And first pitch taken for a ball here. Bodine, a fly to center and a foul out to the first baseman. And now 2-0. That one's a fastball over for a strike, as Bodine taking all the way there. 2 balls and a strike. Had a door open there on the edge of the Wayzata dugout area there, so umpire had him close that before we resume here. And out to right field and drifting back, and ball seemed a little tricky there, but Fox Liam didn't seem to have much difficulty with it. The wind seems to have died down just a little bit here, although it's still, the flag's still flopping, and you see those balls, you know, they look routine from the grandstand, but I think it was a little more of an issue than And it might have looked like he did a good job handling it. Outside with that one, Bolke, the hitter, he struck out and then fouled out on a long run for the right fielder Fox Liam down the right field line to make that catch. Bolke hitting it very high out to left field. And catch made there by Stolar. So 2 gone, couple of balls in the air this inning for Wayzata, and Griffin Schneider will be the hitter for the Trojans.
Griffin Schneider.
Raiders' first pitch taken for a ball. See Schneider tonight, first time a strikeout, but came around to score after walking last inning in the 4th. High chopper, cut off, and the throw to first a little low, but held on to as Lavorsky fires across. And the first 1-2-3 inning Minnetonka pitchers have had. No runs, no hits, and no one left for Wayzata. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's 3-0 Trojans.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Pretty impressive performance so far by that guy. Tom Scoro, the Wayzata pitcher, pitching a shutout through 4 and hasn't allowed a hit. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Lavorsky, Kuzma, and Pass, the scheduled batters for Minnetonka. You see Ben Lavorsky, who definitely hit the ball hard his first time up. A really good play by Getters, the first baseman, to catch a line drive. And so Lavorsky, nothing to show for it, but definitely stung the ball. And takes ball 2. Minnetonka still very much within striking distance here. Got 3 more at bats, down 3-zip. Hits it hard. Oh, a nice play on one hop. The throw to first. Getter is able to dig it out. What a job by Bodine there. Boy, you need some good plays in the field to keep a shutout going too. And snaring that one on the backhand. And then his throw tailed off a little, and Getters at the other end had to make a good play on the scoop. So 1 gone. And Kuzma will be the batter for Tonka. He tried to drop a bunt down his first time up and was retired pitcher to first, so 0 for 1. Takes that one up high for a ball. That one's strike 2 at the knees. Back up the middle. Scoro stumbled a little bit, but fields it and makes the play. So 2 gone. Got his glove on it cleanly. His foot slipped a little bit, but ball came back to him so quickly. You can see no need to panic. Just gathered himself and throws him out. And Pearson Pass, the second baseman, will step up here for the Skippers. Starts him with a fastball for a strike. Scoro throwing well, looking confident, just kind of getting the ball back and shooting another strike. And time called there. And fouled away and out of play down the first base side. So an 0-2 count here to pass. Another pop up. This one will get out of play as well. Another 0-2 pitch coming. Rip and a miss, and pass down on strikes. Another 1-2-3 inning for Scoro. Skippers in the fifth. No runs, no hits, no one left. We head to inning number 6. It is Wayzata leading at 3-0 here on 12 Sports.
Looking for these? You drive buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
We move along to inning number 6 here on 12 Sports from Veterans Field at Minnetonka High School. Wayzata leading the host Skippers by a score of 3-0. Reeder still on the mound for Minnetonka after coming on in relief in the 4th. Jake Marsh is the hitter. See what he's done today, a strikeout and a line out, so looking to get himself on base for the first time here. Breaking ball left up high for ball 1. Reeder's done a pretty solid job since coming in. 1 run scored after he entered on that near double play. But that one, of course, charged to the starter, Wade. There's a strike. And that one lined up the middle, and it will be in for a base hit as Marsh starts the 6th with a solid single for his first hit of the day. Brendan Brody will be the hitter. I think we're going to see a courtesy runner come out for the catcher. Nick Nelson is going to run for Marsh at first base. Courtesy runner.
Courtesy runner for the catcher, number 8, Nick Nelson.
And Minnetonka going to have a conference here defensively. And looks like we might be going to see a pitching change here. Yes, we will. So Reeder will be lifted after giving up a leadoff single here in the 6th. Did a pretty solid job in relief, and coming on now for Minnetonka will be Scotty Kay, a senior. So we'll take a quick break here as Kay warms up. Minnetonka trailing at 3-0 here in the 6th.
You watch Channel 12 at home. Why not on the go? Channel 12 is online at 12.tv. Watch on your phone, on your tablet. Channel 12 is your local source wherever you go. Just log on to 12.tv. Check out our videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and even watch live events via live stream. So don't wait. Stay up to date with Channel 12 and 12.tv, your local source.
Scotty K, the new pitcher for Minnetonka, senior left-hander, is making his second appearance. His first time out, he faced one batter and he struck that hitter out. So far so good in this 2015 season for him. So Brody is the hitter now, with Nick Nelson running at first. And obviously when you bring in a runner, you kind of assume that he's probably somebody who's a decent base runner or with some speed. And I think Kay's thinking the same thing there. He's going to test him out, throws over to first. Brody singled and came around to score in the fourth when Wayzata's lead increased from 1-0 to 3-0. Squares around but can't get the ball down. I think both teams here kind of sensing that, you know, a potential fourth run could be pretty big this late in the game. See if the bunt will still be on with Brody or not. It is, and he gets it down. Kay looked towards second, but he's going to come and throw to first base. Second baseman covering. So the sacrifice is successful by Brody, and Nelson moves on up to second. Thought for just a split second that he might try and go to second there, but it would have been a kind of a bang-bang play, and I think probably the right play made there. So Cody Getters will hit. Well, Cody Getters will not hit. He's going to be walked. So we'll put him on intentionally here. And Keenan will be the hitter, but he's going to be called down by Coach Elias to have a little chat here. You see Keenan had a nice base hit his last time up that drove in a run, so probably giving him a little confidence here too. Wayzata not feeling too bad about having a 9-hitter who can definitely put the ball in play. And pitch taken for a ball outside there. One out in the inning, runners at first and second. Wayzata trying to build on this 3-0 lead. And driven to left, but it's going to hang up, and the runners will have to scamper back into position. So well hit ball there for Keenan, but it stayed up. Sometimes you almost wish you didn't hit it quite as hard, as Stoller didn't have to move too awful far to his right. He did get a good break on that ball. He got a good read on it right off the bat. So 2 gone in the inning, and Suman Song will be the hitter. He is 2 for 3 today, including a triple in the third. No longer holding with the runner at first. Pitch taken for a strike to start it out. One pitch is high and away here. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kay trying to keep it right where it's at and give his hitters a chance with 2 more innings for them to try and put some runs on the board here, trying to keep that lead at 3 rather than seeing it get any bigger. That's a strike. Throw down to second, and close play. Boy, a strong throw by Cody, and it looked like Nelson was just a little bit late getting back there and didn't quite get it to tag on. A little interesting to see him go back in feet first, but a lot of times you'll see guys will be going head first in that situation, but able to get back in. Song will take a little step out there as Akay was taking a long look in. 1-2 count. And lifting one back, foul out of play. Near miss there on the catch in the grandstand. And big hitter in this game, and you can see them, both guys really bearing down here, an important at bat. And that one will get past Cody, and the runners will move up. Wild pitch. Nelson moving over to third, and Getters to second. Just got away from him way outside, and tough to range after that one. So now a base hit here more than likely would mean 2 runs for the Trojans. Kay trying to make sure that doesn't happen though for Minnetonka. Line to left field, but again it's going to hang up long enough, and the catch made. So Wayzata with a big threat in the 6th, but they don't score. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and they left 2. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's 3-0 Trojans.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
See the sun setting here at Minnetonka. Wayzata leading at 3-0. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Bailey Mells will step in to lead things off here for Minnetonka as they're looking for their first hit. Had a strikeout in the 3rd inning. Scoro has been very good here for the Trojans. He's set down 7 in a row now. Starts him with a fastball that misses. And ball 2. Top of the order will follow here from Minnetonka. Obviously, they're down to last 6 outs here, trying to get something going late in this game. Again, still within striking distance. Pitch taken for a strike. I think Mel's tried to call time, but umpire did not grant it as already starting into his motion there with Scoro. Back up the middle, and that one's going to get through. First base hit of the ball game from Minnetonka. So Scoro's no-hitter lasts until the first batter of the 6th. And he bounces one through for a base hit. Obviously no possibility for anybody really to make that play, especially Scoro being a lefty, kind of fading off to the third base side on his follow-through there. So Minnetonka breaks up the no-hitter, and now they're looking to see if they can't put a run or 2 on the board here and even this thing up. Cody stepping in. Tied him up there inside. Strike one. Looks at a fastball high there. You'd tend to think with being down 3-zip that would be unlikely that you'd see Mel's going from first base, but if you're Wayzata, you can't just discount that threat at all. And he is going to come to first. Scoro did pick off a runner in the third inning. In fact, it was Cody who was up there batting right now. That one's over the inner part of the plate for a strike. 1-2. Minnetonka fans didn't agree. Probably a good sign for the umpire, though. That's one of the few times that we've had a much vocal opposition to ball strike calls. And Cody swings and misses, and he is out with first base occupied. No tag required there. So Cody down on strikes, and I'm sure Cody's thinking, well, the previous pitch led me to swing at that one because I had to protect. But one gone, and Stolar will be the batter here for Minnetonka. Stolar 0 for 2, but did get on an error in that first inning when he hit a very hard one-hopper at the third baseman. Scoro going to come to first here. Missing high, and not entirely sure. The umpire saying something there, maybe thinking a quick pitch there. And that one missing low. Mel's not necessarily an enormous lead, but he's aggressive over there, getting down and low and looking like he's ready to run at any point here. Although again, with this deficit, you'd be surprised to see that. And this is inside, so Stolar will draw the walk. First and second, one out. Timeout taken by Wayzata here, and they'll have a little conference. First indication, as it doesn't look like Scoro is going to be coming out. There was activity in the bullpen last inning a little bit, but just now getting someone up. So I think, results-wise, I think it'd be more of a pitch count thing if they're going to take him out at this exact time here. But obviously things can change in a big hurry. So they are going to stick with Scoro, but he might be down, another hit here. So might spell the end for him. He's pitched very well, obviously. Josh Falk, the batter now for Minnetonka. He represents a tying run here again. Although the Skippers haven't done a lot offensively, they've done a decent job of holding Wayzata to the 3 runs, despite having a fair number of runners and extra base hits. And they're still in striking distance. Falk 0 for 2 tonight. Pitch missing away. Looks like we've got a left-hander throwing in the pen for Wayzata. Got some left-hand hitters coming up here in the order for Minnetonka as well. That one's a strike. Falk turning away from a little bit, but catches the inside part of the plate. 1-1. Marsh stopping that one low. 2 balls and a strike. And lifted back, foul and out of play. So a 2-2 count here to the Skipper's first baseman. Falk stepping out here. Runners going, swing and a miss. Here's the throw to third. Close play, but in. Mel's able to swipe third, although Falk strikes out. Minnetonka is getting the runners going. And a very close play at third. Pretty good throw. Maybe, I suppose you could say if it was a little lower, they might have, slid right into the tag, but it was close. So runners now at second and third, but the good news for Wayzata is there are now 2 outs. Fox Liam, the hitter. And he has struck out both times. Minnetonka, it's big if you make it there. If you don't, then you run yourself out of the inning. But now they've got both guys in scoring position here. A base hit would tighten the gap considerably. Takes ball 1. Interesting to see, I guess, depending on the result here, if Scoro will come out for the 7th or not. Late on that fastball. Boy, he had a monster cut at it, but didn't get it. 1-1. He was not thinking single to score 2 there. He was thinking, I'm going to tie this thing up on 1 swing, but did not get it. Scoro again working very deliberately, and the Minnetonka hitters going to only stand in there for so long before asking for time. Just misses there. Marsh really wanted that one. 2 balls and a strike. First base is open here, so not the end of the world if you put him on, but he'd prefer not to. He represents the tying run. And slashed foul down the first base side, so now 2 balls, 2 strikes. Scoro looking to get out of difficulty. Really, the first inning was the only one that he's had, he had trouble. He had a walk, and then the second hitter reached on an error, and they eventually, a double steal put them at second and third, but he got out of it with a couple strikeouts and a flyout. Two pitch. Swing and a miss, and Liam down on strikes for a 3rd time. And Scoro gets out of trouble. Minnetonka does get its first base hit, but they strand a couple here in the 6th. We head to inning number 7. It is 3-0, Wayzata.
You watch Channel 12 at home. Why not on the go? Channel 12 is online at 12.tv. Watch on your phone, on your tablet. Channel 12 is your local source wherever you go. Just log on to 12.tv. Check out our videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and even watch live events via live stream. So don't wait. Stay up to date with Channel 12 and 12.tv, your local source.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. But it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
We head to inning number 7 here in a 3-0 Wayzata lead. Colin Schroff will be the new pitcher for Minnetonka, making his 3rd appearance of the season, all in relief. He is 1-0 and 0.00 earned run average. He's pitched 4 2/3 innings, allowing 3 hits, no walks, 1 strikeout. So he's the 4th pitcher of the game here for the Skippers.
Third baseman, Reese Smith.
And for Wayzata, they'll have the 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up. Smith, Bodine, and Bolke. See, Smith had a double in the 1st inning and drove in a run with a ground out in the 3rd. Takes a first pitch strike. And that one missing down low from Schroff. And down third base way, nice stop made there. Coach Elias. So 1-2 count. And lifted back foul and out of play. Driven to left, and a sliding try. Can't quite get it. It's going to fall in for a base hit. Good effort out there by Stoller, but Smith will have himself a single. See, he comes in and just can't quite get the glove all the way underneath that one.
Shortstop, Clayton Bodine.
So Bodine will be the batter now for Wayzata. They get the leadoff guy on in the 7th, and you'd certainly think there's at least a possibility of looking to go bunt or hit and run or something along those lines, although it is in the heart of the order for Wayzata. Squaring around, but bunts it foul. I talked about earlier in the game, I have to think getting bunts down is a little bit trickier here on this all turf field. You have to really deaden the ball. Not so much getting them down on the ground, but getting them not too hard. That is going to be too hard. There's a prime example right there. They won't get the double play, but a nice job by the pitcher there, Schroff. Just a one hopper right back to him, and it was actually a relatively easy play to get the lead runner.
Designated hitter, Michael Bolke.
So Bodine on a fielder's choice, but not able to get the bunt down the way he wanted, and just what I was talking about right there. I mean, that bunt might have been same result on a grass field too, but just definitely harder to keep that ball around the plate, get it to die down for you a little bit. Bolke takes ball 1, 0 for 3 today, so he's due. Hit the ball fairly well last time, though, to left field. So to first base, and not quite on target. Bodine really scrambling to get back. And Cody Hoping to get that call, did not do it. 2-0. That one's over for a strike. Yeah, breaking ball misses, so 3-1 count here to Bolke, the Trojans DH today. Griffin Schneider on deck as they try and build on a 3-0 lead here, top of the 7th. That one's down low for ball 4. So Bolke works out a walk. Bodine down to second. Schneider, the hitter for the Trojans.
Now batting left fielder Griffin Schneider.
Starts him with a fastball right down the middle for a strike. Griffin today 0 for 2, but did score a run in the 4th after walking. I wonder if we might have a pinch runner coming on here. I think we will for Bolke.
Pinch runner for the Trojans, number 8, Nick Nelson.
Nelson will run for Bolke. Misses there, and it's 1-1. And fouled toward the Wayzata dugout and sent the guys scrambling a little bit. One-two pitch coming here from Schroff. Tapper, and that one's going to get through for a base hit. Sending the runner home. Here's the throw, and not quite handled by Cody. And in safely with the 4th run of the game is Bodine. I think they may have had him if that ball had been handled cleanly at the plate, but Schneider will get a single and an RBI.
Now batting the catcher, Jake Marsh.
You see the throw coming in, and Cody just not. It would have been close. I might not be accurate in saying that they would have definitely had him there, but if would have definitely been close. But it was a tough ball to handle. It didn't take a. It was kind of a short hopper a little bit on Cody. So Jake Marsh will be the hitter. 4-0 now for the Trojans. Cody has to range over and block that one. See, Marsh had a single his last time up, just an inning ago in the 6th. Driving it to center, but it's going to hang up and be playable. There is out number 2 as Mells gets it back into the infield. So Marsh hitting the ball solidly, but he will be out for the 2nd out.
Now batting the right fielder, Brendan Brody.
And Brendan Brody will be the hitter here for Wayzata. Single and scored in the fourth. Starts him with a curveball over for a strike. And Minnetonka going to talk things over right now. I think maybe more of a defensive thing than anything there is nothing pitching wise, I don't think really but you know, it's early in the season, they got a lot of young guys, and Coach Frank, if he sees something, you know, that's not happening the way it should be out there, he's gonna let him know about it here. So 0-1 count to Brody. Schroff trying to keep it at a 4-0 game now as Wayzata has added an insurance run here in the top of the 7th. Rip and a miss there. And lifted out to right field. Drifting back, and he can't get it. 2 runs are going to score. Brody to second. He'll head for third. Here comes the throw, not in time, and Wayzata now leading it 6-0. Looked like it might possibly be a playable ball, but misjudged a little bit, and Brody will wind up with a triple for the Trojans. And Getters will be the hitter. So Getters stepping in, pitch is down low. Looked like Minnetonka was maybe going to be out of the inning. Really one of the few balls that hasn't, you know, been judged particularly well in the outfield tonight. And, you know, not a lot of... it's hard to say from here if you know, looking into the lights could have been an issue there. I think the wind is less of a factor now than it was earlier in the night. But not a particularly good read on that one. I can't say for certain that it wouldn't have been over his head anyway, but it certainly looked like a catchable ball. And this one stung into left center. That'll be down for a hit. And another run will score as Getters knocks in Brendan Brody. Wayzata not content to hold that 3-0 lead as they have tacked on 4 more here in the 7th. No doubt about that one as he smacks it into left center. And Keenan will be the hitter. Maybe the decision would have been made already anyway, but I suspect that Scoro is becoming less likely to come back out for the 7th with this long inning and with this margin now. Pitch taken for a strike, but we'll see. Knocked up the middle, bobbled, but they will still get the lead runner. However, Wayzata comes up with a big 7th inning as they get 4 runs in the inning on 4 hits. No errors, and they leave 1. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Wayzata is in command now, 7-0.
So, I got this new family. And I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy. all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Mom, can we get some ice cream? Please, Mom, please.
No, we're having dinner soon.
Please.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
Big night for Wayzata so far here, and Tom Scoro will, in fact, come out to pitch the bottom of the 7th and try and finish this one off. Jimmy Ramsey stepping in to lead it off for Tonka, and a big cut and a miss at the breaking ball. So Scoro trying to finish things off here. He allowed the first base hit in the 6th inning, but finished strong, striking out 3 of the last 4 hitters in the inning. Ramsey 0 for 2. Cut and a miss. Down on strikes to start inning number 7. So Scoro showing that he's still got some left in the tank here. And
The third baseman, Ben Lavorsi.
Lavorsi will be the hitter now for Tonka. Looks at ball 1. Well, we said Scoro had a pretty good outing, 5 innings, allowing 1 earned run against Champlain Park in their opener. And boy, he's been even better tonight here so far. 6 1/3 scoreless innings, 1 hit ball. Oops, and that one plunks Lavorsi. So a runner on with 1 out now for Minnetonka. You see trying to come with that curveball and just hits him in the lower back there. See if they might run for Lavorsi here. Looks like they will.
Pinch runner for Minnetonka, number 6, Justin Mose.
Justin Mose will run. Not sure if that's anything to do with being hit there. It didn't look like he got hit particularly hard, but gonna have a pinch hitter now. Matt Boyd, number 9, a senior, will step in to hit here for Kuzma. Rip and a miss at that one. Kuzma 0 for 2 as he is now hit for by Boyd. Boyd is 0 for 4 so far this season. Lifts it a long way out to left field. Drifting back, and that one is gone. Just over the left field fence. You see Schneider nearly went with it as he tumbled. Wow. Matt Boyd breaks up the shutout in style as he homers to left. And it's a 7-2 ball game. Hit this ball high, and you knew he got a lot of it, but was it going to stay? I think at this point, Schneider's still thinking he's going to catch it, and then all of a sudden, hitting that fence, and Boyd goes yard here. And Wayzata checking to make sure that their left fielder's all right, and it looks like he's given the sign that, yeah, I'm fine, as he did hit that fence fairly hard there. TJ Nicholson will step up to pinch hit here. Well, it worked pretty well last time having a pinch hitter as Boyd takes it deep. Batting for Pearson Pass, who was 0 for 2. Looks at a ball there. Nicholson, 1 for 8 so far this season as a hitter. Rip and a miss. You know, Scoro would just like to finish this one off. He's disappointed that the shutout went away, but still would like to get a complete game win on the road against their biggest rival. Swing and a miss. They'll have to throw down to first, and the out recorded. That is out number 2 as Nicholson strikes out. And looks like we're going to see another pinch hitter here for Minnetonka as Pete Maple will step up.
Now batting for the Skippers, number 3, pinch hitting, Pete Maple.
This will be his first at bat of the season and takes ball 1. There is a strike. And then the hands and fouls that one away. So 1 and 2, Scoro trying to finish things off here. Swing and a miss, and down he goes. So Scoro doesn't end up getting his shutout, but it still pitches a gem here. The home run by Boyd here, breaking up the shutout in the 7th. 2 runs in the inning on 1 base hit from Minnetonka. No errors and no one left. Our ball game is complete, and it is a good win for Wayzata on the road. 7-2 Trojans. Our final score. We'll be back to wrap things up here from Veterans Field at Minnetonka in just a moment.
You watch Channel 12 at home. Why not on the go? Channel 12 is online at 12.tv. Watch on your phone, on your tablet. Channel 12 is your local source wherever you go. Just log on to 12.tv. Check out our videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and even watch live events via live stream. So don't wait. Stay up to date with Channel 12 and 12.tv, your local source.
Welcome back here to Veterans Field. A nice way to start the conference season for Wayzata as they whip Minnetonka here 7-2. We're joined by just a couple of the guys that really had good games tonight, and it's got to start with the pitcher, Tom Scoro. You didn't quite end up getting the no-hitter or the shutout, but an impressive performance. You know, how did you feel about the way things went for you guys out on the mound?
I felt great. Like the whole night, everything just felt good. All my pitches were working. Catcher was just calling a great game. My defense worked great behind me.
Were you starting to think no-hitter at all as you got into the later innings there?
I don't know, kind of a little bit, but then, I mean, you just can't think too much into that.
Ended up finishing strong, 11 strikeouts on the game. You know, what was it that was working well for you against their hitters? You know, they had a lot of lefties in their lineup, I know that, but how did you feel about the way you guys worked? You know, what was working pitch-wise?
Yeah, my curveball and those lefties, it was working, like, perfectly every time. So I just kind of stuck to that, and my fastball was in there with it, too.
Obviously a lot of season to go, but so far so good for you guys. Do you like the way the team's been playing up to this point?
Oh, yeah, great. We've been hitting the ball like crazy, especially tonight.
All right, congratulations on a great performance here. Good luck the rest of the week here, too.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, and Cody Getters, they couldn't get you out tonight. Couple hits. You guys had a lot of guys in your lineup, though, that came through with some big hits. You know, how'd you feel about the offensive part of things tonight?
Offense, yeah, we were hitting a lot of line drives, which are extremely important to winning. Keeping the ball on the ground. We didn't have too many pop-ups, which helps a lot. Yeah, we're just seeing the ball well.
It seemed like a long time ago now, but that line drive you caught at first base early in the game, that was big. I mean, that was important to set the tone defensively a little bit too, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was big. Kind of just stuck out my glove reaction. Somehow got it. Went well.
How nice of a feeling is it to be working behind a guy like Tom the way he pitched tonight? You know, defensively, that's got to be a good feeling to see a guy getting in there and really working well.
Yeah, that was an awesome game. He pitched unreal. A lot of strikeouts. Great pitches, kept the ball down. Good spots.
This is a good win to start the conference season, especially, I mean, Minnetonka is a team you guys like to beat. I know that too, right?
Rivals, yep. big team, and they're rated pretty high, so it's a big one for us.
All right, you guys off to a good start, and good luck the rest of the week here.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks.
Cody Getters, along with Tom Scoro, helping Wayzata to win it tonight. 7-2 the final here at Veterans Field at Minnetonka. I hope you've enjoyed this one here tonight. It's the Trojans over the Skippers in their Lake Conference opener. So long from Minnetonka.